Interesting to see on here is, and why we always talk about restreaming is Mixer obviously didn't make it. And that kind of, I wanted
Rest
to ask
in peace,
you,
bro.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys about that. It's hard looking back to kind of tell, now that we're looking in hindsight, what role COVID actually played in Mixer's demise. Do you guys think it took any role in, kind of demising that, or was that bound to happen anyway?
I think it was bound to happen anyway, as Microsoft made a major change with their business model, realizing that they needed to focus their resources on subscription-based revenue moving forward with Xbox Game Pass. And they quickly realized that the money that they were putting into Mixer, COVID or not, was not going to be helping grow that subscription-based business, and they needed to focus their dollars into acquiring new content and building up Xbox Game Pass into being a much more compelling product and a much more compelling service. Dropping $70 million into Mixer, for example, to get top streamers, they saw when they did that, it didn't grow viewership on the platform. And so they realized this is not a platform where you can insert money and get growth. So COVID or not, I think Mixer realized that they can't put money into Mixer to make it grow faster. They would just have to wait a long time. And they clearly didn't have the patience to wait a long time for Mixer to grow, which is something we've talked about in the show over and over again. I predicted that. Any streaming platform that starts out there that doesn't last past the 5-year mark, that doesn't make it to 5 years, is going to go out of business. If you can see them get to the 5-year mark, they'll be a staple of the industry, like a YouTube, like a Twitch. Maybe Facebook Gaming will get there. We have a couple more years. So I think that Mixer was doomed no matter what, because they realized they couldn't insert money and get growth. And if you saw what Microsoft did, what did they do, Ross? They bought Bethesda. They're buying more exclusives. They're probably going to have Ubisoft subscription in their subscription services.
Yeah.
They're dropping hundreds of millions and billions on this Xbox Game Pass subscription model, and Mixer just didn't have any part to play in that business model. So I think that Microsoft decided to pull out because why? Companies follow the money. What do you think, Perrin?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to look what they were dealing with in their competition. So look at Twitch. Twitch in a single year has grown from 2.7 billion hours watched at Q4 2019 to 5.4 billion at the end here of 2020. That's a double pretty much in growth. So live streaming was growing. Mixer had a platform, and all the growth, like all the viewers were going to Twitch. They weren't getting any of it. And they even spent millions of dollars to get great talent and steal it from Twitch in the hopes that they could get some viewership from Twitch. And it didn't work at all. In fact, they pretty much wasted all that money. And they even ended up closing on the platform before even paying out those contracts fully. So then they just had to pay them out, without getting any value in return. So they made they made a really risky business decision there, hoping it would work, and it didn't work out. And that actually, I think that's like what kind of sealed the deal for them, is they made that risky play. They knew they had to get viewership from Twitch or they were done, and they spent millions on top talent to do it, and it didn't work, and they knew they were done afterwards.